So, if you have books for me to sign, I'll sign them right when I'm finished, okay? All right, if you still want me to sign them. Okay, so we're going to start with a book called I Can Do It, I Know I Can. Now, this book, I wrote myself and did the pictures. And you can see I'm not a very good artist. So, I used the computer. And I used circles and squares to make this whole book, except for a couple of lines, like the smile and the nose. But the rest is all made out of circles and squares. Even the squirrels are all made out of circles or ovals. How many of you can make circles and squares on the computer? Then you can make a book, right? If you can type and you can use circles and squares, you can make a book. Okay, so we're going to read this book, and then I'm going to talk about the things that I think are important in order to make a story. Okay? All right. Let's see what happens here. One day, Timothy and his dad went outside to play. Throw the ball really high, Timothy said to his dad. I want to catch it. Okay, his father said. Here it goes. Zoom, zoom, Timothy hurried to catch the ball. I've got it, Timothy said. Is he going to catch it?
No.
Bonk, Timothy missed, and the ball bounced on his head. Oops. Again, Timothy laughed. Throw the ball again. Okay, his father said, here it goes. Higher and higher the ball went. Zoom, 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 Timothy hurried. I've got it, Timothy said. He's got it all right, huh?
No.
Bonk, Timothy tripped, and the ball hit his bottom. Again, Timothy laughed. Throw the ball again.
He stepped on his fence.
Okay, his father said, here it goes. Higher and higher and higher the ball went. Zoom, 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 Timothy hurried. I can do it, Timothy thought. He can do it, but he won't, will he? Bonk, Timothy missed, and the ball hit his tummy. Ooh, Timothy said. Almost, Timothy's dad smiled. Would you like to try again? Yes, Timothy nodded. I can do it. Okay, his father said. Here it goes. Higher and higher and higher and higher the ball went. Zoom, zoom, zoomer, zoom. Timothy hurried after the ball. I can do it, Timothy thought. I can. I know I can. Plop. Look, Dad, Timothy laughed. I did it. I did it. Yay. So, let's look at the story. All right, well, the first thing we need is a character. Raise your hand if you know who the character is. Yes? Timothy. So that was easy, right? We got a character. So I just got in my head, okay, Timothy, he's my character. Then we have to give the character a problem. So what problem did I give Timothy? Yes? He couldn't catch a ball. And that's a problem some of us had, right, when we first were little? Okay, now, if I told the story like this. Hi, my name's Timothy. I can't catch the ball. Oops, I caught the ball. Thank you very much. It wouldn't be a very good story, would it? So the thing that makes the story exciting and interesting is the adventure. The adventure makes the problem worse. Okay? So each time Timothy tried to catch the ball, he got bonked, right? Yeah, and the problem got worse and worse and worse until finally we have a solution. Okay? So those are the parts that I believe it takes to make a story. So I'm going to try another book out on you. This was the very first story I ever wrote. I came 20 years ago and read this book to kids at Emperor. And I made this book in my garage. I actually sewed it on my mom's sewing machine. Yeah. So let's see, if I say this is what it takes to make a story, let's see if this story has it, okay? You're going to have to listen very carefully, though, because this story goes kind of fast. Are you ready? Timothy woke up very worried this morning. His mother couldn't think of anything nice to give her. He got out of bed and looked all over the house. Right? He looked in the kitchen and the bedrooms, looked in the den and the bathrooms, but still he couldn't think of anything nice to give her. Okay, who's our character? Timothy. And what's his problem? He doesn't know what to give his mom. So already on the first page, we have character and problem, don't we?
Yeah.
So now what do we expect?
Adventure.
All right, should I go fast or slow?
Fast.
All right, here we go. Ready? Let's see if I can do it. After breakfast, Timothy decided to go outside for an idea. He walked out the back door, walked down the steps, grass cool, green, sky clear and blue. He saw a pretty pink rose on a rose bush. That pretty pink rose would be a nice present, he thought. So he walked over and reached his hands in and pulled the rose out. Ouch, something pricked his finger. He looked closer and on the rose stem, he saw long sharp thorns. I can't give him a long flower with thorns, he thought, so he left the rose farm. Ran out of gas. So he finds a rose and he goes, that's a great present for my mom. And he grabs the rose and what happens?
Ouch.
Ouch! Something pricks his finger. So now he not only does not have a present for his mom, he has a hole in his hand. Right?
No.
Poor guy. All right, let's see what happens next. All right, I'll try it fast one more time. Ready? The avocado tree blocked most sunshine, cast a shadow over the hour, but a thin ray of sunlight shone on a big green avocado hanging from a tiny branch. That big green avocado would be a nice present, he thought, so he walked over the branch and reached up, but the avocado was too high. He got on his toes, stretched his fingers as far as they would go, but still the avocado was too high. He went into the garage, picked up a stool, went back to the tree, climbed down the stool, reached for the avocado. This time he grabbed a tiny branch, pulled, snap, the branch broke, and the avocado fell to the ground. Timothy got off the stool, picked up the avocado, but it was cracked at one end. Yuck, he thought, I can't give my mom a flower with I can't give my mom a cracked avocado. And so he left the avocado behind. So, our second adventure was an avocado. And what happened? It fell down and made guacamole. So, poor Timothy is so bummed out. 2 times he finds a present. 2 times he doesn't make it. Let's see what happens this time. Timothy was just about to go inside when he saw a big yellow butterfly in the bush by the back steps. That big yellow butterfly would be nicer than he thought, so he walked over the bush and reached in carefully and went his hands around either side of it, closed them as fast as he could. Timothy looked into it Timothy peeked in, but there was nothing there. He saw a big yellow butterfly flying in the sky towards the big wooden fence. Timothy chased the butterfly past the rose bush, past the avocado tree, and over to the big wooden fence. But the butterfly disappeared into the yard next door. Poor Timothy. Timothy was sad that the butterfly was gone. He was sad because he still didn't have a present. And once again, he headed for the back door. He went inside and went to his room, and he sat behind his desk, and he thought about the rose, and about the avocado, and about the butterfly. I wish there was a pretty pink rose without thorns, or a big green avocado that wouldn't crack, or a big yellow butterfly that wouldn't fly away. Then suddenly his eyes opened wide, and his cheeks turned shiny and red. That's it, he said to himself. Timothy reached into his desk and he got out a piece of paper, a pencil, and some crayons. He picked up a pink crayon and at the top of the paper he wrote, "Oops, sorry, I went so fast I lost my mind." He picked up a pencil and at the top of the paper he wrote, "Dear Mom, for your birthday I'm giving you a pretty pink rose without thorns, and a big green avocado that won't crack, and a big yellow butterfly that won't fly away." Then he picked up a pink crayon and drew a pretty pink rose without thorns. He picked up a green crayon and drew a big green avocado that wouldn't crack. He picked up a yellow crayon and drew a big yellow butterfly that wouldn't fly away. Finally, he picked up the pencil again, and at the bottom of the paper he wrote, "Happy birthday, Mom. Love, Timothy." So, character, Timothy. Problem, no present. 3 adventures. And finally, a solution. Right? He solved this problem by drawing a rose without thorns, an avocado that won't crack, and a big yellow butterfly that won't fly away. Okay, so now we know how to write a story. We can use a computer to draw the pictures and write the story, or we can use a pencil if we can draw. So now, how do we make this book? How does it turn out like this? What do we need? Raise your hand. What do we need? Come on, what do we need?
Sewing.
Sewing?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if we don't have sewing, we can use a stapler. But yes, something to put the pages together. Yes, what else do we need?
Printer.
A printer? Yes. But what about making the book? What's in that book? Yes.
Problem.
What's this stuff?
Paper.
Yeah, you gotta have paper. All right, let's get some paper. I just happen to have some paper. And what should be on that paper? The pages, right? Okay. What else do we need?
Cover.
Cover. I just happen to have a cover. This is a book that's never been built before. Brand new book. What else do we need?
Stapler.
Come on, people. What is this stuff?
Cardboard.
We gotta have cardboard, right? What's this for?
The
The spine. Excellent. What else do we need? Yes. But I already stapled it. Now, we can't just use any kind of glue. We've got to have magic glue. So if you decide to make a book and you don't have any magic glue, I'll be happy to sell you some for $100.
100.
Yeah. You don't think that's worth $100, magic glue?
No.
That's an outrage. That's a ripoff. Okay. All right. Oh, scissors. We need scissors, glue. Do we got everything? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it together here, but I'll pick it up each time and show it to you, okay? So you'll be able to stay on your bottoms and watch, okay? All right, so let's get started. We take our cover, and the cover has to be on a big page, right? Yeah, because it's going to get folded up. All right, then we need our spine. We need our magic glue. All right, and we got to find the middle. We could use a pencil if I was sharp enough, but I forgot. So, magic glue, magic glue. What would I do without magic glue? Then I put some glue on the spine. I put the spine in the middle, hopefully. Oops, missed. Okay. I think I got it. Okay, so I took the spine, I found the middle, I glued the spine onto the middle of the book. Okay? Can you do that so far?
Yeah.
Not too hard. As long as you got magic glue, it's easy. Cardboard. All right, magic glue, magic glue. It won't work unless you say it. Magic glue, magic glue. What would I do without magic glue? They don't believe you. Okay, then we put the cardboard on. There we go. One side is on, the spine, and one side. What do we need now?
Another cardboard.
Another cardboard. Luckily I have another cardboard, right?
Yep. You're not saying it.
I'm saying it in my head. Magic glue, magic glue. What would I, if I don't say it, who's going to help me out? Yeah, come on. What would I do without magic glue? They don't believe you. Okay, so now I put the other side on. What do I got? No, that's a book. Here, you read it. Come on, a book. Oh, it is a piece of paper and some cardboard. Okay. Now we got to make it into a book. Magic glue, magic glue. What would I do without magic glue? They don't believe you. Okay, I folded it over like a present. Now it's starting to be a book. Let's do the other side. Magic glue, magic glue. What would I do without magic glue? I believe you. Okay, I got two sides. There you go, I got two sides. And then I got to take the magic scissors and trim the corners. I used these scissors one time to cut my hair. Look what happened. You got to be careful with scissors, you know.
Trim the side.
Okay, so now I take my magic glue, what I do without magic glue, and I'm going to do the sides. Magic glue, what would I do without magic glue? There we go. So, I folded all four sides, right? Now I do flip, and I take the spine, and I crease the spine. Open it up. There we go. Look at that. We turned cardboard and paper into a book. Okay, read it. Come on, let's go. Quiet, everyone. Shh. All right. What happened?
Nothing.
It's a story about nothing? Well, that's a good story. Okay, so pages. Now, unfortunately, I ran out of time and money to make these colors, so I just whipped up some black and whites to show you. Okay, so when we read this, we're going to have to use our imagination. But anyway, I got the pages. I stitched it. Now we're going to put them in. This is the hardest part because it doesn't fit exactly onto the binding. You have to leave a little bit of a space so that it will go back into the middle, you know? Okay? So I'll show you about that in just a second. But I'm going to put glue on the boards.
Magic glue.
There you go. Thanks for helping out. Otherwise, we would have been in trouble. Magic glue, what would I do without you? Okay, so glue on both sides because this is the part that's really got to stick on there. Okay, and I'm going to put it back a little bit from the edge. Okay, so let's smooth it out. Okay, so you see how it's back a little bit from the edge? All right, yeah, you got to start it back, so it's going to go into the middle. All right, then we'll do the other side. Let's crease this. Magic glue. What would I do without magic glue? I would just use regular glue, huh?
Yes, regular glue. It's magic glue.
Does my class have bottoms that they like?
Ha ha ha.
Thanks. People are behind you.
Okay, so I put both end papers on, and that's what holds the book onto the cover. And so we have a hardback book. How many of you think you can do that? No problem, I'm telling you, you can do that. You just got to find, and you can do it with regular cardboard and regular glue. It doesn't come out good, but should we read this book?
Yeah.
Let's see if it's worth making it into a book, huh? Let's see if it's worth the cardboard. Okay, so this is called Big Red Ted and Billy Boy Blue Paint the Town. And unfortunately, I should have done it in color. So we're going to have to use our imaginations, okay? Because it's kind of about color. Forgot about that. In a small western town, in the early morning light, most of the children went off to read and write. Sounds like you guys, huh?
Yeah.
You live in a western town?
No.
But in that town, there lived the boys, numbers 1 and 2, Big Red Ted and Billy Boy Blue. In the mornings, Big Red Ted to his mother often said, "I'm going to school now," and then stayed in bed. He's going to be in trouble, huh? And Billy, the sneaky boy Blue, often played sick and stayed in bed too. But not today. Today they jumped out of bed, for today they had plans to paint the town blue and red. And so the boys set out for an old farmer's paint shed. Billy took blue and Ted picked
Red.
You guys wrote this book? By homes and barns the boys snuck around, carrying their buckets and brushes towards town. They stopped behind the first store. Ted said, "Watch me," and with his brush he painted a big red 3. Billy laughed and replied, "Watch, I'll do even more." And with his brush he painted a great blue 4. It's kind of gray looking, you know. On and on they painted a red 5, a blue 6, and for 7 they painted a red and blue mix. They painted an 8, a 9, and a 10, and then they started to paint their numbers all over again. The boys had so much fun, they thought they'd never be seen, when around the corner appeared Sheriff Green. In his shiny green boots and his big green hat, he followed their trail to where the boys now sat. They're in trouble, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. Can't be painting on buildings. The boys left their buckets and started to run, for Sheriff Green would surely put an end to their fun. They ran from town and behind a great tree, when they heard a deep voice say, "Boys, you'll have to come with me." Where are they going? Jail? Little kids gotta go to jail?
No.
The boys frowned. The juvie. The boys frowned. They had to tell they knew. Ted said, "I painted the red," and Billy painted the blue. Nah, juvie, they just get to sit around and relax. They're gonna make these kids work. Sheriff Green took them to town to do what was right. before each building was a paint bucket of white. Red? They just painted the town red. They got to paint it back white. For 5 days, the boys painted until their arms were so sore, they promised to be good and not to miss school anymore. And when the next morning came and a town newly white, Big Red Ted and Billy Boy Blue went off to read and write. That's it. What do you think? All right? All right, let's try another one. Oh, you know what? I got another new story I haven't read yet. Let's try that one. Yeah, there it is. This one is just kind of, we colored it in. This one's just getting started. It's called The Funny Dog Lives Here. I actually really like this story, and I've started doing it like a real book, but this is kind of a coloring book I did, but I'm going to try the story out on you, okay? See what you think. It's called A Funny Dog Lives Here. I got this idea when I was on a walk. I was walking, and I saw this fence, and the fence had drawing in chalk. It had color. Some kid had colored in chalk, A Funny Dog Lives Here. And I said, that's a great name for a story. I gotta write a story about that. So this is it. Oh, I haven't read this for a long time. A funny dog lives here, it's true. For one Monday morning, I found him wearing a blue ball cap and one blue shoe. That's pretty funny, isn't it? On Tuesday morning, I couldn't wait to get out of bed. I rushed to the backyard, and there was our funny dog dressed in red. He was wearing 3 red shoes, a red scarf too, a blue ball cap, and 1 blue shoe. When Wednesday morning came, I thought it was a dream, for there beside my bed was our funny dog dressed in green. Green! He was wearing a green sock, a green sweater, and 1 blue colored shoe, a red scarf, 3 red shoes, and a ball cap colored blue. Thursday morning came, I couldn't wait to see our funny fellow, and there just outside my room was our funny dog dressed in yellow. I couldn't believe this. Was it really true? There was our funny dog dressed in 3 yellow socks, a red scarf, a ball cap colored blue, 3 red shoes, a green sock, a green sweater, and 1 blue colored shoe. When Friday morning came, I was so excited to get out of bed. I was sure our funny dog would wear something else besides blue, green, yellow, and red. Slowly, I opened my eyes and said, "Oh no, oh no!" For on the end of that funny dog's tail was a big orange bow. Nothing rhymes with orange. A funny dog was wearing a big orange bow, 3 yellow socks, a red scarf, a ball cap colored blue, 3 red shoes, a green sock, a green sweater, and 1 blue colored shoe. Saturday morning, I told my mom and dad, but to my surprise, they didn't believe my story was true. "Wait here," I said, "and I'll prove it to you." So around the house I searched up and down, but when I finally found our dog, he wasn't dressed at all. He was brown. "Oh well, son," my dad said, "it's a funny story, having the dog dressed in orange, blue, green, yellow, and red." It happened. When Sunday morning came, I didn't feel like getting out of bed. I rolled over and decided to go back to sleep instead, when all of a sudden there was a knock at my door, and there was my dad laughing so hard he nearly fell on the floor. "Oh my," is all that he said, for there, as funny as ever, was our funny dog dressed in orange, blue, green, yellow, and red. What do you think? Well, thank you very much for coming, you guys. We're a good audience. I hope you had fun. And some of you, looks like have books you want me to sign. All right. I'll do that now, if that's all right. All right.
If you have a book, you can stand up and take it up here. Stand up.
Stand up. Come on, bring them over here.
Tell them your name.
All right, yeah, we got to write down your name. Otherwise, I'll mess it up. Write down your first name. get nervous when I write in them and then I write them wrong. Terrible. Okay, Torrie, right? You guys, you want to do nothing with them? Okay. Sophia? S-O-P-H-I.
I don't know how to spell